Okay, great morning. I think we will look at Putin this morning, and I'm just going to do the 3 Lenormand decks and just see what it has to say. Real quick read here on Putin. Let me shuffle these up and put them out real quick. And we'll just look and see what it says about Putin. You know, Putin just doesn't have the troops. And Ukraine just got new fighter airplanes from France. And Ukraine has been on the offensive now. So let's just see what we have. I'm going to put out the cards real quick and then we'll take a look and see what they have to say. Okay, so let's start off and see what the reading's about. Well, it's about a flowering that's taking place when it comes to endings, and difficulties, the restrictions, the difficulties, the mountains that they're facing of difficulties, ending because of a flowering. Because why? When it comes to the EU is helping Ukraine now, and also entering some of the flowerings and restrictions happening when it comes to Putin because of so many deaths and stuff. What's flowering there are restrictions, difficulties for Putin coming up because what? Some of the Russians are now fighting for Ukraine. They said, screw this, we're not going to fight for Putin anymore, we're going to fight. They see the lay of the land, what's actually going on there, and going, yeah, forget it. So the energy coming into it is about what's being written, proclamations, the documents, etc., and eating away at the long term. So it's kind of like they're seeing some of the writing on the wall, some of the things that are coming out or not coming out, you know, when it comes to, this could also be Trumpenstein's thing, trying to get peace. He cut off all the supplies, he cut off the things for Ukraine and thought, oh, I'm going to make him submit. But what happened? Yeah. The European Union stepped up. And now it looks like Trump is rescinding that and going to send things and going to give the information. Well, yeah, because he's looking like a loser now. Okay? So it looks like he's trying to backtrack on that now. So what's happened is center of it, what's key are the alignments, marriages, the clever marriages and alliances. So I think that this is, he's trying to make alliances and stuff, but yeah, it doesn't look well for him, because the challenge is where this is going forward to. This is in motion. When it comes to the abundance and it comes to funding, we have the messages out there. And it doesn't look like he's getting the funding, but Ukraine is getting the funding, okay? So let's see, potential outcome. At the heart of it, it's about Russia, control, etc., and documents. So again, he's trying to maintain control, but the information letter could be information coming out, okay? Let's look at this. What's flowering at the heart of it are the communications about obstructions, difficulties. The alliances, long-term alliances are in motion, moving. The key is the cleverness. More letters, documents are coming out, and messages about what's going on. Eating away, what's being eaten away is the ending of alliances, okay? Some alliances for him are being eaten away, apparently. Communications coming out for the long term. Restrictions, difficulties are key now. And the flowering of this eating away of his cleverness. He thought he was being so smart, but it's not going well now. Monetary stuff. The alliance is still trying to control it. Key are documents. And at the heart of it, the clever drama that he's trying to pull, but it's moving forward. More messages are coming out, coming to light. So let's see what's under the surface of this. Let's see what we have here under the surface. Let me put these out real quick, get these out of the way. And we'll see what's going on under the surface. Stories are ending, unhappiness, more insanity, things being done by the dark light of the moon, not in the light of day, being anchored in. Okay. Short-term success with the stories. Clever things ending. The people are not happy, clouds with it, more moving into this insanity motion, and knowledge being anchored in with what's taking place. When it comes to some short-term success with the stories, it's being anchored in, energy coming into it. Difficulties when it comes to his cleverness, endings, some endings with that. Difficult times with the people, okay, the clouds, depression. This is again those Russians that are saying, screw this, we're going to go fight with Ukraine, okay. Short-term success moving this forward with some of the things he's trying to do behind the scenes. Could be with Trumpenstein, etc. But eating away at the knowledge and anchoring in. So let's break this down. This anchored is being eaten away. Again, with the anchoring, trying to anchor storylines in, okay? So he's trying to make it seem like he's doing well and trying to get to, Trumpenstein say he's doing well, but really it's being eaten away, okay? He's facing a lot of losses. So the community is seeing the dark of night with this and the obstructions, and they're ending his short-term success because the community sees the burden of this and they're just saying we're not having it anymore. And so he's trying to find a way to move this forward, clever way to communicate to the community to get them to stay and not to leave for Ukraine. So but the cleverness, what's being anchored in is this dissatisfaction, okay? And the storylines are out there about the difficulties being faced, the cross to bear, that they're forced to be in here. And so some of these obstructions with his cleverness are ending, okay? They're just jumping ship, basically, okay? So going forward, short-term success with his dark night, eating away at the cloud and trying to anchor in. Really what's being anchored in is this difficult time. The cross to bear is being anchored in when it comes to Putin, okay? So he's not doing well. He's trying to spin a storyline to make it seem that he's doing better than he is. He's facing losses. The Russian military people are leaving, okay? And they are going to fight with Ukraine. And now Trump has been so unpopular with stopping the aid to Ukraine, it looks like he's trying to restart that. And when he sees that all of they're still getting intel from Europe, so his bid to really make rather than making Zelensky capitulate, Zelensky has seemed to gotten even stronger. Okay, so that doesn't look well. So now it looks like Trump is trying to backpedal with that when it comes to giving aid to Ukraine and intel, etc. Like I said before when I did the reading, he's telling them you cannot give Ukraine any intel, and they're basically giving him the one-finger salute. You're not going to tell us how to run our government and what we're going to give to whom when, okay? So I wanted to ask real quick, how's this working out for Trumpenstein? Well, it's now become his cross to bear when it comes to his deceptiveness and thinking he's clever when it comes to the health of this. So he thought he was going to be clever with this and it's going to make it all better. He was going to rule, but no, this has become the cross to bear. Okay, the difficulty for Trumpenstein with this. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.